Why can't my team just take ownership? Why do I have to keep chasing them? Why is everything still dependent on me? Have you been saying this? Then let me tell you something that might sting a little. You don't have an accountability problem. You have a clarity and consequence problem. Accountability doesn't fail because people are lazy. It fails because the system allows them to shrug it off and still get by. Let's talk about why your team isn't stepping up and what you can actually do to change that. Hi, I'm Shailesh Kantak, founder and CEO of Flexi Ventures and a business coach who spent the last few years working closely with MSME business owners who are passionate, driven, and building incredible things. But the one complaint I hear across the board is, I wish my team took more accountability. They assume the problem is motivation. They think maybe my team just doesn't care enough. But here's the reality. Most people do want to do a good job. What they don't have is a system that tells them clearly what's expected and what happens when they don't deliver. In this video, I'll break down the 3 biggest reasons your team isn't taking ownership and how to fix them with simple people systems that don't need big budgets or tech platforms. Let's start with this. Accountability is not about blame. It's about ownership with clarity. It means someone knows what their role is, what they are responsible for, and what success looks like. And they are willing to be answerable for the outcome. But here's what happens in many organizations. People are hired into broad roles. Job descriptions are vague or outdated. There's no rhythm of check-ins or feedback. And when things fall through the cracks, no real consequences follow. In that setup, even the most well-meaning employee will default to, not my job. No one told me. I thought someone else was handling it. Sounds familiar? Accountability breaks down not because of people, but because the structure doesn't support ownership. Let's look at the 3 biggest gaps I see across small and mid-sized businesses. Number 1, lack of role clarity. This is the number 1 culprit. When someone doesn't know exactly what they are responsible for, how can they take ownership of it? Let me give you an example. I worked with a small logistics firm where 2 managers were both overseeing operations. But guess what? Neither was doing follow-ups on pending shipments. Why? Because they thought the other one was handling it. There was effort but no clarity. And so the customer experience suffered. Once we mapped responsibilities clearly, one manager was in charge of dispatches, the other of customer updates. Everything changed. Fewer overlaps, more accountability, happier customers. So clear roles create clear accountability. Number 2, no ownership loops or review mechanisms. There is no consistent rhythm of check-ins or review. Many businesses run on ad hocism. Teams meet only when there is a crisis or when the founder has time. But without regular touch points, accountability fades. Your team needs ownership loops, weekly or fortnightly rhythms where priorities are set, commitments are made, progress is reviewed, blockers are discussed, the outcomes are tracked. When people know they will be asked about progress, they prepare better. Not out of fear, but out of awareness. It creates a system of micro accountability that builds a culture of consistency. And number 3, no real consequences for inaction. Now this one's tough, but it's the truth. In many businesses, people get away with underperformance. They miss deadlines and nothing happens. They delay responses and it's swept under the rug. They don't step up and the business owner absorbs the load. And here's the unintended message that gets sent out. You can drop the ball and there's no real cost. This doesn't mean you fire someone over one mistake, but it does mean you create a system of feedback, consequence, and correction. Consequences don't have to be harsh, but they must be visible and fair. For example, miss a weekly update, you owe the team a solution plan. Repeated quality issues, get into a coaching room. Lack of initiative, realign expectations with a growth plan. When people see that performance matters, they start owning it. Now let's flip the script. Here are 5 systems you can put in place without fancy tech or big teams to build accountability into your culture. Number 1, role alignment sheet. For every person, define the key responsibilities, clear deliverables, decision-making boundaries. Keep it one page, simple, visible, and reviewed quarterly. Number 2, weekly alignment meetings. Same time, same day, every week. Use a 3-question format. What did you achieve last week? What are your top 3 priorities this week? What do you need help? This ritual alone can shift your team's focus and the rhythm drastically. Number 3, feedback loop system. Create a habit where managers give feedback fortnightly. Team members self-assess monthly, and feedback is documented and tracked for follow-up. This doesn't have to be formal, even a shared Google Doc works. Number 4, the consequence matrix. Now this is powerful because you need to list down expected behaviors, undesirable actions, and associated consequences. Make it known, not hidden. This isn't about policing, it's about fairness and transparency. And finally, number 5, the recognition system. Accountability isn't only about catching what's wrong, it's also about reinforcing what's right. Publicly appreciate when someone takes initiative or steps up during a crisis or solves a problem without being asked. Positive accountability is just as powerful and often more sustainable. So here's the final word. If your team isn't stepping up, don't default to thinking they are not motivated or they don't care. Start asking, have I been clear enough about expectations? Have I created rhythms that encourage follow-through? Do my people know what success and failure looks like? Because ownership isn't built through motivational talks. It's built through clarity, structure, rhythm, and consequence. If this hit home, if you are thinking, this is exactly what I needed to hear, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Practical, grounded, and built for MSME founders like you. Hit the like button, drop a comment, or share this with another business owner who needs to hear this. And remember, your business doesn't grow when you push harder. It grows when your team starts owning outcomes like you do. Let's build this together.